sweet, and the more freckle it is, the sweeter, the more sugar it contains.
Yeah, I don't really do a lot of banana in my smoothies.
Banana. So we also have mango, pineapple, papaya, all of that. They're natural sugar, but when you combine them together, you get more sugars.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr.
Thank you so
416,
much for your advice.
you're welcome. I want to get a report card.
Yes, ma'am. So for
Go
right now,
out
I need to.
and go
Is
out and get a red
this
yeast rice. Go out, get a red yeast rice.
okay?
And the red yeast rice is going to help you to correct your cholesterol.
Let me write that down because I can't remember a lot of things these days. So just I get there. Okay. And so what I need to do, that's the pink salt that you talk about. Is it any pink salt or it have to be a particular brand?
Pink Himalayan.
Okay.
Pink Himalayan.
Okay.
Patty cake. I love your smoothie, but here what I'm going to take out of your smoothie. You're going to have to choose between, and you said dates.
Oh,
But
dates
therefore,
are
it's not
sweet.
one date. It's more than one. So banana shouldn't be on in the same smoothie. Yeah, it should not. Hey Don, how are you? Yeah, it should not be in the same smoothie. If you're gonna have dates, you only want to have one date, one and only one date. Yes. And remember, banana is very, very sweet, right? Hey, one love, how are you? Good morning, my love. Dates are very sweet. And so I would want to make sure. Good morning, Sister Orchid. I would want to make sure that when you're eating the dates, because it's so much sugar, you put 2 dates in anything, that's a lot. So if you're gonna do banana, I do one banana, one and only, not half of a banana, not a whole, and I wouldn't even do dates. Do your smoothie with your berries, because what you want, berries are antioxidants, so you want your berries. But then banana is sugar. Remember, oatmeal is sugar. It has fiber, but it also contains sugar. So in that smoothie, though nice it may be, you want to have high levels of fiber in your smoothie.
So Empress, I have to go shopping tomorrow.
Yep. And when you're going shopping, make sure you get all your greens. Get all your greens, make green smoothie. Have your chia, your flax, your hemp. Just go on my website, and I'll say to you, you see, you want to lose any kind of weight, Kathy, honestly, I'll tell you where to start. Go on my page and look for the detox. And you do it for 2 weeks. And you do that detox for 2 weeks, you're going to start to feel, especially you are in North America, that you can get grapefruit. Raw.
Hello, Empress.
Yes, sir. Give me a report, a scorecard from the report.
I did that detox for 3 weeks, so I guess I go overboard.
No, that's fine. No.
Because I just have my last, I think I have my last drink left for probably tomorrow morning.
That's fine. But I want to hear if there are any pant waist size down. That's all I want to know.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. For sure.
You're gonna blame it that you have to go fix your wardrobe, right? Don't blame me.
Yeah, because even one of those thing that you told me to put in the smoothie, I think it's like not the chia seed, it's some another powder thing like, but it has some
The
seeds.
psyllium has fiber.
Right, yes, yes,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
When you put
So
that
I
in
use
there,
that with my smoothie every
yeah,
morning.
when you put that in, it cleans you out and it starts to drop that any belly that you have.
And honestly, when I have that and I have my lunch like say 12 o'clock, when I got home, I eat snack onto something, and that's it. I don't really eat like a heavy diet food after having those for the day.
Yep, you see what happened. You don't need a third meal if you discipline yourself. When you come home, 4 and 6 is just basically drinking some water and that's it, or tea. And you go to bed.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
don't. You're not hungry. And that's why I want people to understand that once you start on your journey, you're gonna realize, and the weight just drops right off. The belly
Yeah.
takes its time and come down.
I see lots of improvement.
Very good. Very good.
But I'm in and out of
No problem.
service
No
because
problem.
I'm traveling back from the States.
You went to foreign.
Yeah, I went for my uncle's funeral, so I'm heading
Oh,
back
I'm so
over now.
sorry. Because I was gonna say to you, why you go down a Donald country and just leave them down there?
No, it's because of my uncle passed away, so
Okay. All right.
that's the
Yeah,
only
my
reason.
condolence. My condolence. 'Cause I don't even go there anymore, you know. I don't.
I try not to, but it's just because of this
No,
reason why.
this is no. You have to. This is
Yeah,
yeah. Because I don't think I deserve to spend my money with Donald at all.
me either.
My
So
condolence to you
I'm
and the family.
I'm heading back, so my signal is in and out,
In
but
and
I'm
out.
here listening.
Yeah, man. Take your time as you travel along coming up.
Thank you.
Take your time.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, patty cake. So another thing for people that are listening that have lupus and autoimmune diseases, when you make your shake, if you could get Brazil nut, a 1 or 2 Brazil nut, that's high in selenium. And people who have cancer come down with cancers or, as I said, autoimmune diseases, you're gonna realize that you need to build the immune system, and Brazil nut is one that helps to build your immune system. All right. So Brazil nut, you can add that. But for people with fatty liver disease, you can use, and which is also, you can use berberine, because remember, it helps with diabetes, and it can also help with your fatty liver. And you can take red yeast rice. Red yeast rice can also be something that you could take in order to lower the cholesterol. But one of the things, Crafty, that a lot of people don't understand, why is your cholesterol high? Why? Did you know that is because
I don't suffer with that.
no. What did you say that you had?
Fatty liver.
The fatty, yes, because the fatty, that's where high cholesterol come from, Crafty. Fatty? Yes.
My last doctor visit, my cholesterol was okay. They
It was
said.
okay, but look at that. But what it is, Crafty, once you see you have the fatty, if you don't cut down on the sugar based on the inflammation in the diet, it's gonna show your bad cholesterol high.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm not telling you not to have your sweets, but I'd prefer that you take more of your fiber and cut back on
Yes,
your
Oh,
More
I
of
cut
your,
back on the sweets a lot.
just cut
Yes,
back
I
on
cut
the
back a
sweets a
lot.
lot. Yeah. And if you start
Mhm.
every morning on that grapefruit juice, because you're not on any antihypertensive medications, right? If
No,
you
no,
start,
no,
all
no.
right, and if you start on that cold press olive oil with your grapefruit juice, but you're the one that's making your grapefruit juice, right? Not you're not buying it from the store, Crafty. You
Yes, I
can,
know. Yeah.
right. So you buy your grapefruits, extract it, half a cup, and your 2 tablespoons, and you drink that for 2 weeks. You will start to realize that it kind of cuts your appetite for even the sugary things.
Yeah. Because I drink. I try to do a lot of natural juice. So I do like
Uh-uh.
chocho
Cut that word.
juice.
No, no, no. Cut
No.
that word out when you have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease.
So even the chocho juice is not too good
I
to have.
said cut everything cut because chucho is carbohydrate. Once you take carbohydrate, everyone, not only a thing when I talk to anybody on stage, this is not for you personal, it's for everyone. When you juice, you do juices, you have liquefied the sugar, and immediately that you drink it, it rushes to your bloodstream and increase your sugar levels immediately.
Man.
So the only juice I want to hear about is a green one,
Okay.
a green juice.
And I learned and it's so funny because I used to put so much. It's like I have a handful of this, a handful of that. I have kale, I have spinach,
No,
I
not so
have
much.
celery, green
No,
apple,
no,
and
no,
then yeah, I just realized you said I don't have to have all that
no,
much.
no. It pretty much causes constipation if you're not drinking enough water.
Ooh.
Because remember, your kidneys,
Nice.
huh?
I didn't know that.
All right. Were you experiencing any form of constipation?
Oh yes. Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh
Okay.
yes. Oh
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And when I constipate, I would even drink more to say
Nope.
because I'm
And
having
you're
the
worsening the
vegetables.
nope, you're worsening the constipation. That's why I said that's why I'm here. And when we are talking about in terms of fiber, fiber is not, it helps us to eliminate what's in our gut and to clean our gut, and the fermented part helps us to the fermented fiber in our gut helps us to build our gut microbiome. But at the end of the day, the problem is not we're having too much fiber. And too much fiber, too little water is going to cause constipation. So what we have to do is, again, our kidneys put out 2 liters per day. We must put back 2 liters. And when we put back 2 liters, we have to also drink more water, given that you might have drink some juice, and juice cause diuretic. It causes your water to come out. You might be on medication for hypertension. When you take it, it makes you pee. So all of that water loss that you're having from, or if you do a sweet juice, like a juice, like you said, you do chocho juice, you do whatever juice you want to put together. It's all carbohydrate. And as soon as you put it in your mouth, Crafty, it just goes right, because absorption of sugar starts in your mouth. Absorption of sugar starts right in your mouth. So as soon as you drink it, it rushes to the bloodstream and it spikes your glucose. So we don't want anything to spike our glucose. So start with your high fiber which are high fiber oatmeal. Start with your red yeast rice and your oatmeal, and have your oatmeal, not a lot, but daily. 2 tablespoons is quite enough. And you should see a lot of changes.
Auntie Empress, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are you?
I am fine.
Good.
Listening in, and I have a question because you mentioned oat milk. I love oat milk. Love oat milk.
Yeah.
But I'm now learning that it's not good for you.
No.
Why?
Oatmeal is good. Oatmeal contains fiber, right? Another thing with oatmeal, you can look at it in so many different ways. So how oat is now prepared and cultivate is not like what it used to be before, right? So they're adding a lot of pesticides and all of that to the oats, right? So remember, it is compromised before it gets to us, right? The next thing is when you look at another oatmeal, if you have an oatmeal oat milk box, turn to the ingredients and look at all the ingredients and look.
I make it at home.
Okay, if you make it at home, that's a different thing.
So I remember, I think this guy was saying this, I think he was a neurosurgeon, I don't remember. And he was saying that it affects your brain or something like that.
Okay.
But
so
it's not like, hold on, let me just explain something. It's not like I'm lactose, but from I was very young, my liking was soy milk.
Right.
And then I gradually increased to almond, and now I'm either between oat or walnut.
And that is okay. That is okay. If you go on my page when you come off, you can see how I make almond milk naturally. Here the problem, sis, is the additives that are put on these natural foods. It is not actually the food itself, is what is added to the food. So like the oat milk, because it's commercially prepared, there's a lot of shelf preservative.
A lot of gum and this and that machine there.
Correct.
I started to make it by myself, but then when I saw that, I was like,
no. If you have and if you are everything in moderation. So for example, you're going to use it as your milk for something. Now, it's a half a cup to a cup. You're not going to have 5 cups because, as I said to you, oatmeal, and the one that I prefer that you use and to make your milk is steel cut, not the quick oats. Quick oats is like white rice. White rice is okay. But if you get unpolished rice, where the rice comes into the pads, the little sack, you have that kind of rice with all the fiber, you're going to realize when you poop, you have a nice freer poop than when you just take the white rice itself. Because one has fiber, one doesn't have. And that's why
good rice? Would you say wild rice is a good rice?
More like wild rice, because the wild rice has have the husk. The husk is sitting there, right? When you cook it.
But
some of them, yeah.
Remember when we used to Jamaica, we used to have the rice. Sometimes you buy the rice and you see the the brown thing in it.
The husk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the husk.
Yeah.
Those
Right.
rice were good rice, but I don't see those stuff anymore.
You see what
No.
happened? You can get them, but you'd have to go to places like Whole Foods and specialized place where you go and find it in its natural state. That's how you're gonna. It's best used. So you want to get the rice with the husk on it. The oatmeal is excellent to have, but I would prefer to use the oatmeal, like the steel cut. Those are the heavy ones, not the
I think it's the one I have, the steel cut. I think
Yes.
I have like, because as I said, I make my own milk, but then when I saw it, I was like, let me put on this whatever.
And I guess why the neurosurgeon is actually talking about the rice itself, the oatmeal itself, is more the additives and is pretty much educating you that large amount of sugar in the blood floating, it does affect our brains neurologically because it's sugar in the brain. So it does affect.
I understand. I said, no, I understand.
Yes.
Thank you.
And when you have like small children and they're autistic or they have eczema, that's what you want to be giving children like those and not really giving them the milk. So you want to make your own milk for them because you're not adding sugar to it. They break out because their stomach, their gut flora, their gut defense is basically damaged. So you want to build their gut flora.
Once I make the oat milk, I can give it to the baby, right?
Yes, you can give him oat milk.
Sometimes I put like a little dates in it or something.
Don't start him on the sugar. Don't start him on the sugar. He does not need to have any sugar. Now he's at an age where he's at the family pot. Start him off with his vegetables. Let him eat his vegetables. Do not flavor his food.
I don't give it to him. I was just asking because sometimes when I make it for homework, sometimes I put dates in there. But I was saying if it's okay if he consumes some of that now that you say.
No.
So okay, I will not flavor it. Okay.
Give him just a pinch. Put a pinch of vanilla in there. A pinch of salt in there. Because at his age, that's a pinch of salt. Or even you can even count the grains of salt for him. So he gets a lot of water and you he's eating vegetables always, especially in our culture. What we normally do, we give these little ones so much. Thank you so much. We give these little ones too much sugar. We start them off on sugar. So because we start them off on sugar, that's where we start the lifestyle disease of diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, leading to, because of the large amount of sugar in our diet, naturally, we end up with these lifestyle disease, cancer, lupus, all of these autoimmune disease from that sweet tooth that we started. Oh, give them dumpling and they want to eat them. Or give them a chicken leg and give them rice and peas today Sunday. And you do not give them vegetables. I want us to make changes to these young babies' lifestyle from now so they do not get lifestyle onset adult diseases at 15 and 20. I can't preach more of what I'm seeing that's happening with young people dying. It was this young lady I'm working on. She came to me, she had GERD, where, you have stomach burning and all of that. So I'm working with her and she's done very well. And it has been totally, there are times when it will act up, but she's doing far better. And I keep saying to her, when she get a little bit, disappointed, I say, remember I said to you, it's 120 days. You want to be very strict with your diet. So we're still not at a 120 and you're getting all that good result, right? So it is important, guys, that we don't start off the sugars, please, with these little ones. I'll leave
Good
it
morning.
there.
Good morning, everybody. Miss Lashy, can you change your name?
Yeah, because sometimes they're in some places and may I comment and people I think of the Prime Minister secretary, so may I have to change up. Let me take down all the Prime Minister picture. Sometimes may I say some rude things and me no want to have put him image out there.
The image.
Yeah, so until then, a regular programming.
Yes.
Yes,
Mr. One Love, good morning.
Good morning, my sister.
Empress,
Good
because I love
morning.
sugar so much. Because I love sugar so much, is the Empress, I end up buying a thing called stevia. What do you think about that?
Stevia, can you get the stevia plant? They have the plant, coffee.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they have the plant. Those are artificial sweetened. They're not
Yeah, I
as
know.
bad as the other
The
sugars.
sugar.
Yeah, but because of the chemical makeup of it, I am not a big fan.
Okay.
Hi, Coffee.
Hey, sweetheart, what's up?
Yeah, listen to you.
May I try to eat and drink better, One Love. So I just made a smoothie with
Yep.
beets. Oh, I didn't put the oatmeal. Shucks.
I don't want you with
I
beet,
forgot my
coffee. I want you with a slice of beet, not beet. I don't want you with a whole beet because a whole beet is sugar.
No, I didn't use an old one. It's a small one and I cut it in half.
No, just slice. Just a slice, like a peg
Just a slice.
Just a peg of orange. Just like a peg of orange. That's all I want you to have.
Empress. Okay.
What else did you put in there?
It's gonna last me even longer.
Huh?
My ingredients will last me longer.
Correct.
But
Remember,
one
just a
can
small
last
bit
me
of your ingredients, not a lot. You don't need a lot. You do not need a lot. It's just like you're doing medications daily, right? Right? It's just like you're doing medications daily. Look how small the medications are, right?
Yeah.
You look how small they are and you look how effective they are.
Yeah.
Right. So I want, when we're talking about the natural foods and stuff, small, not large.
Okay.
Because we're accustomed to when growing up, grandmother, mother, auntie, uncle would say, oh, go pick that piece of bush, and they drop it in the pot and make a big cup of tea. And then with that big cup of tea, we drink that tea and we run off. No. What we don't realize many times, that was too potent, meaning it was too strong.
Okay.
Everyone, drop your question if you have a question, because I know people have questions. Don't tell me all of you here are don't have high cholesterol, don't have diabetes, don't have hypertension, don't have cancer. Don't tell me that. Drop your questions in the chat, or you don't want anybody to know. Back channel me if you don't want to talk about it.
God
Yes,
bless
dear.
me enough, make me not have none of them something. Thank God.
You're still young, mama. You're childbearing years. Keep yourself quiet, let's speak up. You're childbearing years. We're not talking to you in this too.
Oh God. All right, let me mute my mic. Let me mute my mic.
This is for young, right now. This is for young people like One Love. That can, I tell him, boss, you see, him
And
phone.
me.
You know,
Last week
nobody
you
don't like
just
him.
tell Vero, they have to leave it to me when I'm 21.
Hey, you have to leave it for young people like One Love that listen, have his body good, eat well, and he's 16. Okay, and stop.
How me older than him? I'm 21.
All right. Oh gosh. After 12, everybody always come mash up the class, but I go from 10 to 12, so it's okay to mash up the class. If you have any question, drop the question in the chat. Me have high cholesterol. But Kevin, you told me you ate how much thingy yesterday. The problem is you have sugar. You have too much high levels of sugar in your diet, Kevin. And the high cholesterol is saying inflammation. Why is the inflammation in your bloodstream? Because of the high level of sugar. So when you said jokingly or serious, that you had 5 pieces of pizza yesterday, that 5 piece of pizza turns out to be sugar. It had no fiber in there, so it was all sugar. All right? So if your sugar level is high, it is going to have high cholesterol. It's going to show up. The inflammation is going to show up in your blood, and it's going to trigger your high cholesterol reading. Your cholesterol should be under 100. But if you start now, start with some vegetables. Start making smoothie in the mornings. Make smoothie with high fiber. You hear I'm talking to Coffee. Here I'm talking to Patty Lee in the Patty Cake in the chat. We're talking about the cholesterol and the smoothies you're making. Start with that. And if you start with that, those fiber, you can then decrease the inflammation in your bloodstream. And remember, your doctors always say to you, oh, you know, if you have high cholesterol, you can end up having coronary artery disease. They are right. They are correct. They are very, very correct. Because you know why? That high cholesterol is inflammation in the arteries. Hey, Billy Jam, good morning. That high cholesterol the high cholesterol in the arteries is gonna provoke your liver to produce more cholesterol to run to the rescue of the inflammation that's damaging the arterial walls. And when the cholesterol runs to the help of the high inflammation, it clogs the arteries, narrow the arteries. So now blood flow is not going to the heart, it's not going to the legs, it's not going to the kidneys. And guess what? Everything is a domino effect. Because it gives you a heart attack. It causes you to lose your legs because we have peripheral vascular disease. It causes damage to your kidneys because your kidneys are not working. And as I said, one thing leads to another like a domino. Hey, Billy Jam, how are you? You have any report for me? How are you doing with your health? You're always here supporting, and I appreciate you.
Good.
You're good? That's nice. That's nice. Always listening as usual, and I thank you for always supporting.
One thing, I eat a lot of nuts. I see a white spot come from my face. What cause that?
You eat a lot of nuts?
Blending nuts and something.
Okay, so one of the things, you're not over 40, Billy Jam, are you?
Yeah, man, we'll pass that long time.
All right. So the reason why I say that, because sometimes you never know, people have the body look good and all of that. You don't know people's age because sometimes it's so hard to tell people's age now. So what it is, if you are way up there, I want you to cut back on the raw nuts because as much as they're high protein, they are high in fat. So with and anything on the skin, petechiae, little anything, any kind of thing, you want to check the liver.
Okay.
You understand? You wanna cut back on, and you wanna start to clean the liver. If you go on my my page when I'm done, guys, I tell you, get on my page and you'll see the things. Just scroll and you see. I try to label them, name them, so everybody can get what they're looking for. I would go simple. You're not on any kind of medication, Billy Jam.
No, I just got a teeth. I want to take some antibiotic and also.
Hey. So you came down with an infection, right? Okay. So what are you doing in terms of probiotics?
Hold on. Somebody come to me. Hold on.
No problem. A diabetic, so can I get a diabetic smoothie recipe? Diabetic smooth recipe is on my page. It's Mom. And what you want to do with diabetic smoothie is you want to limit the amount of sugar in it, right? What are the sugars that you want to eliminate is the fruits. Fruits are high in sugar. And as soon as you put it in your mouth, it get absorbed in your mouth. Absorption starts in your mouth. So what I'd like for you to do, no more than 2 tablespoons of oatmeal. You can have a half a banana. That's it. You can 1 second, Billy Jam. You can have a handful of grapes, and that's not grape, berries. Put it in the with your soluble fibers like your chia, your flax, your hemp, all of those, and go in and look on my page. You'll find it. And when you put all of that together, the high fiber, it's gonna lower your blood sugar. Here, another thing that I would say that you could add, it's Mom. You could add a half a teaspoon of do a half a teaspoon of cinnamon in your smoothie.
Probably you might have yours.
And it helps you to bring it down.
We don't need a fancy treatment.
Any other question? Drop it in the chat. Drop your questions in the chat. Drop them in the chat. I'll answer them. Anything about your mama? Anything about your health and you, your lifestyle, disease, and you? We can make changes using the same food that we eat every day. Hey, Mama, how are you? You and I need to reconnect, Mama. Yeah. We don't need to be sitting with lifestyle diseases, hugging up diabetes, because, guys, I'm telling you, it's not good. It is not good. And everybody talks about cancer. They'll talk about lupus. They'll talk about... I am telling you something. These hidden lifestyle, non-communicable diseases are bad. I'm telling you, they are bad. If everybody understand the end to diabetes, they would reverse that disease every day, immediately. if you ever would see someone with end stage diabetes, that's a disease I tell everyone, reverse it now. Because when you sit and, sometimes you're diabetic, you end up with a stroke, you get a stroke, and you can't move now, and you're not eating properly. Let me tell you, the ulcers come in really quick. And if you're not careful, that wound on your tushy is actually gonna take you to your grave. I want to tell everybody, not because you're gonna, oh, my grandma had it, my mom had it, my uncle. No, it doesn't mean anything like that. Why do you get these lifestyle diseases? Because we eat the same food and we don't know portion sizing. So that's why we end up with these lifestyle diseases. And what we do, we run to our doctors, to which, yes, that's who we need to run to. And the doctors are trained to say, hey, we've got an anti-diabetic medication for you. Here it is. Take it. And this is you. Okay, doc, I'll take it for the rest of my life. But what did you not realize, that even when you took the prescription, it says you are placed on that medication for 25 years. So you're on that medication for the next 25 years, and you eat everything you think you possible can. Sister Lexi, I need to see you in my office. Can you come on up, please? Please, Sister Lexi. She must be jump already. I need to see you. Come up into my office, ma'am, please. So, it is not for us to hug these. It is not for us to hug these diseases, these lifestyle diseases. Remember, we said they're lifestyle, and to think that it's a trophy, right? Because mother had it, grandma had it, so it's okay that we have it. No, people, I'm begging you. I heard this lady talking. It pains my heart. Seemed like she was a nurse. She is a nurse. And yesterday she was talking about her going to go visit her uncle in the hospital, that he's on dialysis, and he was in the hospital, and she went to go visit, and she was asking questions just to kind of help, and how she was treated. We don't need to end up with kidney disease. We don't. We don't need to end up with a heart attack. We don't. If you have a few pounds more than your BMI, it's not a big deal. Start today. Start now, making changes to your lifestyle. The food we eat, the portion size that we put in our mouth. And that begins now. Because you hear, I always jokingly, when people said, oh, we have to break the generational curse. We have to break the generation. This is something I said, we have to break the generational curse. And unfortunately, I was actually doing an article, and I saw where this lady was talking about us melanated people are being used as guinea pigs. For the purpose of, selling these pharmaceuticals. So, I will say to everyone, not because your mother had it and the whole ancestry had it, meaning you should embrace it. All right. no other questions? We don't have any questions? Is everyone being served?
I noticed, Empress, a lot of people came after because when you were really giving out the main important points, a lot of people weren't here. So maybe for who come, you can just give them a little refresher in case they don't want to ask.
All right.
Miss Marcia Stevenson, you have any health question you want to ask Empress about?
Hey, Sister Marcia, how are you? And Billy Jam, he was talking to somebody. Billy Jam, if you're listening, you were talking about being on some antibiotic. For everyone, once you go on antibiotic, just something to note that it makes your gut sterile. It cleans out good and bad bacteria. So what I'd say to you, you can get some cabbage, eat a lot of cabbage, because, I could say to you, go buy some probiotic, but eat some, get some, if you want, you can get some probiotic, but if not, you can go and get some, hold on, Kathy, let's move it a little bit. Yeah, you can get some probiotics to help you with your gut, build back your gut soldiers, I'll call them. And you can get some probiotics, get the live probiotics that can help you. And in the meantime, you're going to eat quite a bit of callaloo, cabbage, pop chow, all of those. Keep eating far, far more. So every morning you'd wake up and you have some cabbage. You can have cabbage in the evening, cabbage in the morning, some raw, some steam. Just do like that in order to help you to get back that natural gut flora if you're on antibiotics. All right. Because then when you go on antibiotics, within another month or so, you can come down with another infection. All right. So everyone, it's 1:00. Again, I want to thank you for being here. I'll be here next Sunday between 10 and 12. We did an extra hour. And thank you for the support. Spread the word. Tell a friend. And we'll be back here.
Thank you, Empress.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Empress. Thank you a lot. And I will be here next week. If